He is the pride of Jamaica and New York. He is Randy Brown. What's up, my man? Randy Brown, always with the great
Yeah.
setup, always with the crystal clear
Oh no.
camera and everything, and the microphone and the chair. Thank you for the time and congrats on the win.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me once again, bro.
Always, always. Are you now a couple days later? It's always sometimes hard to read you because you're not like a super like colorful guy person. So I'm never quite sure if you're happy with your performance, if you're happy with what you did. Now we're 2 or so days later. Are you happy with Saturday night?
Work's not done, Ariel. Work's
Yeah.
not done. So we got shit we got to do. We got to handle still. Unfortunately, I wanted to go out there and get him out of there. You know what I mean? But obviously, easier said than done. Tough vet. Of course, I break my foot about a minute and 10 in, um, and that just automatically kills all my weapons on the right side. No right hand, no back leg. I got to beat him with one hand, less movement. But we made the adjustments and do what we have to do. So I'm not happy because I wanted to finish. I should have finished him, but it's all good. We move forward.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I have not seen anywhere that you broke your foot. Is this the first time you're mentioning it?
No, I posted it on socials and I told Anik at the end, but I
Okay.
whispered it in my coach's ear in between in between rounds that he didn't care though. But
You
yeah,
broke
man,
first minute.
check it out. You can see the way I came out in the first round.
Yeah.
Watch 350. Watch the fight and put it at 350 the first round. I throw a kick, front kick that hit his elbow, and you hear it goes pop,
Damn.
destroy my foot.
Shit.
Done. I go from 100 to a 50, and I'm like fighting with one hand the whole time because I can't twist or
Yeah.
nothing. The one time I did try to twist, I almost fell, and then I
Wow.
had to just stay on the one hand. But caliber fighter, we make adjustments. You know what I mean, and we see it through.
How tough was that mentally? I mean, you still had 90% of the fight left.
Yeah, I was just like, ah. In my head, I was like, of course. That's my luck. That's Randy Brown luck right there. I'm like, yeah, of course. Of course.
And you told your coach and he just like said nothing? Like said, forget it?
What's he gonna do?
Yeah,
He just
yeah.
had to motivate me. He was just like, yo, I don't care. You gotta just use that lead hand. Lead hand sophistication. This is what we work on. And that's the whole point of learning lead hand sophistication. Beat that motherfucker with one hand.
Right.
And that's what we did.
So I understand the frustration, but I feel like you should be like super proud of yourself that you overcame that adversity and that you still won despite I mean, there were some highs and lows second round, like you still
Mm.
overcame all of that with a broken freaking foot. It's even more
That's what
impressive.
we do. That's what we do, Ariel. That's what we do, man. What can I say? That's what we do, man. I can't be happy. I'm happy, of course. I should celebrate the little things. I said that leading up to the fight. Like, press is always asking me that, like, bro, are you happy? Are you proud? I'm like, yeah, I am. But the work is not done. I got so much more to do. I got places to be. I know where my ceiling is. I know the things that I can do. My team knows the things that I can do. And I still not showing it. You're just seeing a glimpse. And I cannot wait until I get a chance. I was in top form on Saturday night. I just broke my foot, but I was in top form. I'm telling you. So we get another shot, and I'm excited to get in there and you know break into the rankings hopefully and get another chance to show it this time on a bigger name.
Was there ever a point in the fight where you were worried that the foot would, be truly detrimental to the performance? Like, were you worried about, you know, damn, I may not be able to make it to the end?
No, I mean initially, right when it happened, all that shit goes to your mind.
Yeah.
Initially, right when it happened, you're like, damn, all right, I got to do something. So I start to kind of assess what he's doing. I got to make sure he can't see it. So I'm switching stances. I'm feinting. I'm doing everything to keep him off of me to make sure he can't see that there's a change. But there was a clear change. Happy his team didn't see it. My team saw it, but they didn't pick up on it. And I guess I did a good job of masking it when it happened right away.
He's a tough guy though. I mean,
He is. He is.
he's had some big wins too. Like where would you rank that win for yourself?
That was massive. That's up there for me, and just based off purely of the adversity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Broken foot, him having my back for a full 3 minutes, you know what I mean? And being able to come out of that and attempting to show him how it's done, you know what I mean? Um, all of that. I think all of that was good. It's up there. It's up there. I rank it up there with some of my best performances. I know I could have been better because I'm telling you I was in top form, but the adversity made it good. The fact that I could show that I can get out of that and still make those adjustments as a caliber fighter.
I watched your post fight scrum, and you spoke about the gloves a little bit. And when I was watching it, I was like, man, these gloves look a little bit like they look a little smaller. And you mentioned that
Yeah,
there's less padding, right? That
yeah, there is.
Which is interesting because there were so few knockouts on this card. But how would you
Yeah.
now that you've fought with them? And by the way, did you get a chance to train with them as well, or did you try them on for the first time on Fight Week?
No, I did. If you go to my YouTube channel, Rude Boy Studios,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Shout
did a
out.
whole breakdown. Yeah, I did a whole breakdown on the gloves. And then I did a follow up video of me wearing them and training with them. So you go check that out. But they did move the padding, so it went from about 4 ounces to about 3 point something, right? Or so it's basically 3 ounces. But
Wow.
all of the padding in the front is now moved to the back, about right here. Most of it is there to protect your wrist. And it does curve a little bit. The fingers are a little stiff, so I was worried about the grazing. I think that can cause cuts. But it's a puncher's glove, man. It is. It's gonna make the punches harder. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's definitely a puncher's glove. But as for eye pokes, as you can tell,
Yeah.
for Saturday night, it's not really gonna make a difference. I don't think
Yeah.
it's too much of a difference there.
Do you like them better overall, or is it kind of just like a whatever? It's a wash.
It's whatever for me. You know what I mean? I like the fact that they're puncher's gloves. Anything that's gonna make me hit harder, I'm good with. I'm a striker, so that's good for me. Um, but I don't mind them. I'm indifferent.
Okay. By the way, when you speaking of the post fight interview, you broke out into the I don't want to screw this up, but was it patois? Were you speaking patois there?
Yeah,
Yeah. What
yeah,
what
yeah,
did you
yeah.
say?
No, I just bigged up the places that I grew up.
Okay.
My family and my friends there. You know what I mean? I let everyone know that we here and we doing it big. You know what I mean? And we got the job done. And yeah, that's really it.
I like it.
Shouted out my peoples. That's it.
I like it. I like when you go into that. You're like, let me just speak to my people right now, okay? And I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
exactly what you're saying, but did not quite understand. And that
Soon we got to bring Ariel of old with the dreads. You know what I mean?
you
Man.
know yourself, Randy. Oh my God, I was big. You don't need to tell me about the Rastafari. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about?
mean,
Bomba
that
clad
man
Randy.
right there.
Yeah,
That man
there he
right
is.
there.
That's right. Oh, I love it. I love it. Are you going back now? Then now that your fight is done,
But I'm there all the time. I'm there all the time. So yeah, I'll probably be down. It depends on what's up with my foot, but either way,
what are they saying?
broken. Yeah. Um, everybody's excited, man. Everybody's excited.
No, sorry. What are they
I
saying
have to
about
go
your
to.
foot?
Oh, I didn't go to the doctor yet, so we're working that out today, actually. So I'm scheduling that with the UFC today. I saw the UFC doctors, and they gave me my suspensions and all that, and they gave me a boot and everything. So
Oh,
I just gotta head over to the doctors probably tomorrow or so.
do you think it will be a surgery, or do you think it's just like one of those where you have to chill?
Yo, fingers
Okay.
crossed that it's not surgery, man, because I want to keep this going. I got to get back in there. So fingers crossed that it's not surgery, but um. See what happens. I know the feeling, man. I know the feel. The moment I put it down, I knew exactly what it was.
Shit.
But I'm keep my fingers crossed that it's no surgery.
The timing kind of works out for you to be on the MSG card. Do you want to keep fighting close to home, or do you like the idea of kind of traveling a bit?
That would be ideal. That would be ideal, man. Being able to fight in my hometown, that would mean everything. You know what I mean? I would have so much people in that crowd. You know what I mean? We'd have everybody there. It would just be almost full circle. So absolutely, I would have loved to fight at MSG.
I know you mentioned Geoff Neal afterwards. Specifically, is it just because of where he's at in the rankings, or is there another reason why you mentioned him?
That's it. Nothing's malicious for me, Ariel. This is all business,
Yeah.
and I'm just making the moves that I need to make, for me and mine. You know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, he's in a perfect position. Everyone else is booked. You know what I mean? It's me and Geoff Neal. Even Wonder Boy. You know what I mean? Wonder Boy, Geoff Neal. These are good matchups. These are guys where I believe styles make fights, and I think that I have a tremendous style to beat these dudes and take their spot. So I'm coming for whoever I could get.
I would love the Wonder Boy fight for you just because of the name, and I think the style matchup would be fun. In fact, last time we spoke, you texted me afterwards saying, I forgot to mention Wonder Boy. I was like, I love that. Was there any
Yeah.
talk after your last fight of trying to make that one happen?
Not really. I'm more of a guy that's gonna focus on. I'm one foot in front of the other. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to look too far off. So, and I'm a realist. I understand what it is. That wasn't a fight that was in my realm at the moment. You know what I mean? But now I believe after this win, even though it wasn't a finish, I still believe that after this win, it puts me in a closer position to potentially get that fight.
Yeah. Between the two. Wonder Boy Geoff Neal. Would it be safe
Yeah.
to say that the Wonder Boy fight would be of greater interest?
For the fans, I know they would love to see that. I think that would be more interesting and a grander sale for the UFC business wise. But stylistically, I think that me and Geoff Neal also puts on that same type of banger, because he's going to be there. Whereas with Wonder Boy, when you get two technicians, sometimes we're both, you know what I mean? Both of us
Yeah.
are playing that tit for tat game,
Yeah,
whereas
yeah.
Geoff Neal is coming to fight, you know what I mean? And a guy like that, I feel like I could just smack his face off the whole time.
When
I'm keeping it a
yeah,
buck.
no, I appreciate that. When you were doing your post fight scrum, that's when Kevin Holland won via
Yeah.
armbar. And could I ask, like, my assessment of that was that the fight should have been stopped earlier. If it looks like someone's arm is compromised, I understand he didn't tap, but like he's done. Like he's not going to be fighting with an arm that's dangling. Some people got mad at me for that, saying like, "What are you talking about? Like the guy, let him fight, let him die on his shield." Where do you fall on something like that?
I'm gonna go the opposite end from you, man. I'm gonna
Okay.
say, hey, let him down his shield. It's his response as a fighter. Yeah, we got to be safe from ourselves, right? But at the end of the day, you're a man with a brain, right? Live to fight another day. If you want it to break, let it break. But you got to understand that's a submission lock on your joint. Not like it's gonna break and you're gonna escape. You're gonna
Yeah.
break and it's just gonna be there. So that's up to you. Tap. You know what I mean? To fight another day. Tap to fight. If you're in a choke, fuck it, go to sleep. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna let your arm break, it's not like it's gonna break and then you're gonna escape and have a chance to fight with one arm. That's not the case. If it breaks, you're still there. It's just broken and now you're out for however long. So that's on the athlete. I thought he should have tapped earlier. Um, he did tap when it broke, which is pointless.
Well, the thing was is that like I don't think I think that it was broken and then it still kind of lingered for 5 seconds. And so I agree with your assessment. I'm just saying I saw some people saying Herb shouldn't step in if it's if it's already broken, then what's the point of all this? Nothing's going to happen
Yeah,
anymore. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So at that point, the
you're right.
referee does need to kind of step in and be like, okay, this is done. No real different than if someone had their leg broken and they're like, no, I'm going to hop on one leg here and I'm going to keep going. Like now you can't really defend
True.
yourself anymore, right?
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, so we do agree.
Yeah, agreed. When you put it like that, agreed. Yeah.
And I understand that there's pride and there's ego. And by the way, shout out to Michal, like the guy was arguing about the stoppage afterwards. Because
He tapped, man. This is you tap, bro. You can't get up tapping and get up and argue about it.
right.
It is what it is.
I just think, if your arm is dangling there. By the way, you talked about being a businessman and being entrepreneurial. I continue to be so impressed with everything that you're doing, from the YouTube channel to the tiny desk stuff. You had our guy Action Bronson on, which was great. I think that was for UFC 300. You're buying property in Jamaica, the merch store. Who's guiding you through all this? Is it just all you, or do you have a couple people that you lean on to do all this stuff? Because you're doing a lot of stuff and it all looks clean. Like we were talking about your merch store before the show. We were looking at it. Like all the stuff, the website is clean. We're showing it right now, by the way. The shirts are clean. Like
Nice, nice.
it's all real nice stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just come from a hustler's mindset, man. My family, my dad, my mom, they just it's just my lifestyle. My family, we just bred like that, man. Everyone's just hustler's mindset, always trying to get it how we can. And I have great people around me. I surrounded myself with tremendous minds. You know what I mean? I have a good team from Paradigm Sports to, Budokan Martial Arts. Just people, everyone around me. My whole team that helps 12th House Collective. They help with my videography and all that stuff. You go check them out on Insta. Um, Website, I do a lot of research, man. I made the website myself. I'm just trying to get it done. Audie is a big help for me, just kind of mentoring and giving me the knowledge behind the scene, and I just soak it all up, man. I know this is a small moment in my life. So I want to soak it all up and learn how to do all these things so that when I'm done fighting, I'm not broken destitute, man. I have an understanding, of how to do these things. And better late than never. I just started, you know what I mean? But I'm happy I'm able to do these things and learn, because I like to learn.
Was there someone who told you that it's important for you to not, some guys are just like, I just want to fight. Don't talk to me about anything else. I just want to train and fight. Was there someone that opened your eyes to this mentality, or have you always been like that?
I low key always been like this, and also I'm from New York. We're from New York. You know how it is
Yeah,
in New
yeah, yeah.
York, man. There's so much going on. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
you'd be a fool to just put yourself in a bubble. You know what I mean? I'm a multifaceted man, and the more I grow into a multifaceted human being. It's things I got to deal with as a man day to day. So I close myself off to that. You know, I'm learning and constantly growing and evolving in the sport. So I have a ton of opportunities to do things, and why let it pass me? Just, you know, I need to just do it. I'm here and I'm experiencing it. So why let it all pass, man? Why let it all
Yeah,
pass?
for sure. The last building that you bought in Jamaica, is that the tallest building in the Caribbean?
It is. It
Look at
is.
you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah. So far, it's the tallest building in the Caribbean. Right
Damn.
as of right now.
And
Yeah, it's
and
pretty cool.
and that's for you to rent out Airbnb style.
That's another Airbnb, but I like that one so much from the blueprints that they've been showing me. I'm like, I might keep it. I low
Oh,
key might keep that one for myself, but we'll see. We'll see.
where in Jamaica is it?
That one's in
Okay.
Kingston, Jamaica. That's literally right across the street from Devon's house. You know what I mean? And you can see everywhere from there. It's beautiful.
I love Kingston. My favorite athlete of all time, Patrick Ewing from Kingston. So I always had a soft
Yeah,
spot in my heart
nice.
for Kingston and Patrick. That's my guy. You ever meet Patrick? Did I ever ask you this?
No, I never met him. I
God,
never met him,
I
but
love that
I
man.
would love to. Last time I was in Jamaica, I actually did a whole video with me and Johan Blake, second fastest man in the world. I got an opportunity to train with him on the Olympic team, and
Wow.
crazy experience, and just to see how much work those dudes put in and how good they can be. You know what I mean? I think they overtrain in my world, but their bodies are so used to doing that, and it's that process is incredible. So that was cool. I got to meet him. You know what I mean? So that was dope.
By the way, when you say you think they overtrain, what do you mean by that?
Because for me, you know, you gotta train and rest and stuff.
Sure.
But for them, I think because it's we're endurance athletes and explosive athletes, it's kind of unique. Whereas sprinters, they can do it every day. You know what I mean? Because they only got to sprint. So they just explode, boom, explode, explode, explode. But they do so much in that day, and they just recover at the end, ice bath, heat, you know, massage, and then wake up again and do all that crazy stuff again. Sprint, but it's fast, high. It's so high intensity. Whereas not all of my workouts are high intensity.
Okay. Okay.
Most of them are, but not all of them. You know what I mean? Because I have to have that endurance. You
Yeah.
know, so yeah.
I'll ask you about two 170 fights coming up. Garry MVP.
Oh, MVP, easy.
Wow, easy.
Yeah,
Why easy?
easy. MVP man is super dynamic, and I think he brings an element into the division that I think a lot of people are not used to seeing. Movement, lateral movement, and just a level of creativity that most people aren't seeing at all. And if you're not used to seeing that, even a style like mine, just based off movement alone, it throws people for a loop. You know what I mean? So you look at a guy like MVP, and I think that movement is going to throw Ian Garry off because Ian Garry is the bigger guy. He's also used to using things like that movement. But when you go against a guy that's has a better skill set in that realm, you know what I mean, and has more experience in that realm and better ability to close the distance, I think he picks him apart.
Wow. What about Leon Bilal the following month?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I like both those dudes. You know what I mean? It made a best man win, but I think we saw what happened the first time Bilal fought him, and Bilal's tremendous. I think Bilal earned it, you know, and he deserves it. And I'm hoping he's learned from that first time they fought. But we saw where that was headed before the eye poke, and
Yeah.
I think Leon gets it done again.
Okay. Are you giving away your gloves and fight kit?
I am. So the only way to enter, you got to go to my YouTube channel and comment Rude Boy 302, and you enter automatically. By the end of this week, we announce the winner.
How do you pick the winner?
We use automatic. There's a site that you can use. You can go like an app, and it automatic randomly picks
Damn.
a comment, a random comment.
And then you just message them?
And I just message them. They got 3 days to reply. If they don't, then I go move on to the next one.
That's it. So it's no like no, you don't have to pay charity, nothing. It's just you gotta put in that comment.
That's it. Put in the comments, like, subscribe. That's it. And then I'm gonna send it out. Send it out myself, my own dime. So you're gonna get a piece of merch, get a piece of Rude Boy merch in there. You know what I mean?
Yo, I like
Get this
that.
Rude Boy
I
merch.
like that
Yeah,
shirt.
I don't even have this one on the site. This is the green one. This is not even on the site. You know.
Damn.
So you get this one, and then you get the gloves that I fought in that night.
Wow. The brand new ones, historic gloves. First
Yes, sir.
event.
Yes, sir.
What does it say on the
Yes,
back of the
sir.
shirt, by the way?
No boy.
Means
Not one of them. No boy. That
yeah.
means that means none of them could fuck with us, Ariel. Not one of
I
them.
love it. I love it when you break out that accent. I love that.
Yeah.
That's the real shit right there. That's the real shit. I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
Congrats,
Yes,
man. I
sir.
hope the foot heals up and that it's not too bad and that you're able to get back in there. Well done. You continue to roll. And I have a feeling you're going to be pissed if you're not ranked tomorrow.
I don't care, man. If I'm not ranked, it is what it is. I've kind of like come to terms with it, and that's kind of like, hey, I'll be the first welterweight in history with this many wins to not get ranked. You know, but it is what it is. If I'm not ranked, you know what that means? Pay me to fight someone that is not good enough, and I'm going to get the easy check, man. Because I know where my skill set is. I know who I am. I'm confident in who I am. I don't care what fans say. They don't know anything. So I know who I am. I know my skill set, and whoever you put in front of me, ranked or not, they got to deal with it.
I love it. I love the mentality. Congrats. Enjoy the win. Get well soon. And thanks, as always, for coming on. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel. So please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.